Ben Meddy here with BCMMA.com. I'm here with Ruthless Ryan Chiappe. He's going to be fighting on the first pro Battlefield card in March 26th.
Sir.
Who are you going against?
My opponent's name is Levi Alford out of Spokane, Washington.
Okay. Have you found any takes on him? Have you been able to watch anything from him?
He's got an extensive amateur background. We found one fight. You know, he looks like he's pretty off his back. He's just a jiu-jitsu guy. Trains out of Sick Jitsu out of Spokane. You know, that's about all I got him so far. You know, but I'm still actively looking for some, for info.
Yeah, I've seen some of the Sick Jitsu guys fight at Battlefield and prior events as well. Now, you got the nickname Ruthless. How did you get that one?
The Ruthless thing started back in '06, and I had my first pro fight. Training partner of mine, Terry Thera. You know, the way I fight, I'm very aggressive. You know, I move backwards. You know, it's kind of thing. How was my style? And my buddy said, "Oh, you're so ruthless." And the Prince George Citizen heard it, picked it up, and they ran the next day. So it's kind of stuck, you know.
Yeah, once it hits paper, you have to stick with it. You have to live up to it. But I mean, I was watching some of your fights recently, and I mean, you are pretty ruthless. I mean, you finish a fight, and then you're still all pumped up and full of energy. How do you get that?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I do get pretty, in the beginning of my career, I used to get really jacked up in my fights. But if you watch my later tapes, I'm a lot more calmer than I've been. You know, last few fights, no, I'm not like that anymore. I think a lot of nervous energy at the beginning, but now that my skills have developed, I consider myself a true martial artist now. I'm not as pumped as I am, but of course, anytime you throw a big knockout or a big TKO or a big submission, you're gonna run up and you know what's up. It's good times, buddy.
All right. Now this Battlefield, you actually vacated your title with King of the Cage to join Battlefield. That's a big move.
It was a big move. Yeah, it was a big move. I've had 10 plus King of the Cage fights. King of the Cage was a good organization for me, but I just felt like it was something to try something new. I was really impressed with what the Battlefield's been doing, especially being now I'm residing in Vancouver and being a Vancouver company, right? And
I mean, you're originally from Prince George. You're a BC boy, fighting for a BC company, especially that's their first pro show.
Yeah, it's huge, man. I'm really excited to be part of this. It's gonna be an historic show. So to be on the main card as well. I'm really gonna put it all into this one, and really make a statement.
So you got a multi-fight contract right now with Battlefield.
Yeah, 4 fights, I believe.
4 fights. All right. And just out of curiosity, is there any of the other fighters, any other fights on that card that you're looking forward to? Like Battlefield released a promo video for Marcus Aurelio and Ken Tran.
Yeah, I saw that actually last night.
Yeah.
Well, of course I'm interested in their fights because I'm going for the Battlefield welterweight belt. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
So I kind of know Ken a bit. Just from around, and he's a good guy. And I know Marcus is not Aurelio, but his brother.
Yeah.
Vinicius. Sorry. Sorry, Marcus. But so I'm going to be looking at that fight. Any of the 170 guys I'll be looking at because after Levi, we're on next, right?
Yeah.
Let's keep it going,
Now, one of the things that I've noticed so far is that Brooks is going pro, actually. He's the current 170 belt holder.
Yeah, he's fighting Bill Fraser.
Yeah. What do you think about that fight?
I saw the Fraser fight up in Prince George.
I saw him in Vernon as well. Last year I was there when he fought in Vernon. I believe he broke his foot or something. He had
I was not that sure.
Okay.
But the Brooks, he's also doing well in the amateur. Pros different game. He still fights a fight, longer rounds. We got smaller gloves.
Yeah.
But the guy's got skills for sure. Any of these guys won't take lightly. I promise you that.
Right.
But they'll definitely be paying close attention to what's going on, how they're winning, and what's going on.
Now, did you have an amateur career? Was there an amateur circuit when you were nothing like that? It was straight pro.
When we started, dude, it was like, okay, you got the gym. As far as how it started, Bill Mahood started me up in Prince George. I had my first pro fight within 6 weeks of training. Probably like official training. I did 1 year of wrestling in high school. I just loved karate, but nothing formal. I'm one of those guys that came from conventional sports. I was a really good athlete, and then
What sports was that?
I was good at basketball, man, tennis, stuff like that. Hockey too. I was conventional BC kid.
Yeah.
And and I got a lot of fights. What I mean? I was like a rowdy young kid, and I parlayed that into MMA. And then it's been great.
Yeah, I mean, you seem like a well-balanced guy to me. I mean,
thanks, man.
I know that you're welcome. I know that you're a pro and you take this seriously. I mean, you're not doing this. Maybe I don't know. When you started, was it something that as a career that you started? Or
no, man. No, I'm not gonna lie. No, when I started this, you know, I just like to fight. You know, I mean, I like to train and stuff. I didn't envision myself winning a belt or being part of this new Battlefield show. So, you know, now I'm taking it a lot more seriously than say I did in the past. You know, I mean, as my record shows, you know, I've gassed out in fights and stuff, and you know, I wasn't training hard enough. You know, I didn't take it, you know, give it the respect that it deserves. Now I'm definitely doing that. You know, so. No, I definitely didn't expect.
Well, let's talk about what you're doing now.
Sure.
You're training with Bibiano Fernandez for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he actually, Bibiano just gave me my purple belt.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. That's a big honor.
Yeah, that's huge. All right. So, purple belt in jiu-jitsu. How long did that take you to achieve, by the way?
I started training in 2007.
Okay.
So, yeah, since then. So, I won the blue belt last year, the heavyweight in the Revolution tournament.
Okay.
So. And yeah, I just received my pro belt in November. So I'm very proud of that, especially from Bibiano.
Yeah, exactly.
He's, he's a big influence in my life.
Yeah, I mean, there's different, jiu-jitsu masters and trainers and teachers, but to get a purple belt and start getting in those higher belts is an achievement in itself.
Oh, for sure.
It's not 4 years and next thing you know you're a black belt or anything like that.
Well, you have to demonstrate you can teach the moves too, right? So it's kind of a three-dimensional thing, right? So.
And for your stand-up, who's teaching you now?
We've worked with Paul long before I left. We worked with Paul Targill.
Okay.
Black Mama, man. You know, he's got his new gym opening up. Paul Long from Revolution. Cajun Johnson's helped me a lot with my boxing. Actually, you know, Cajun's my roommate, you know, as well right now. So.
Yeah, and Cajun fought as a boxer, as a pro boxer.
Yeah, Cajun's a great boxer, you know. And for my last, because I fought for a second title against Garrett Davis, and you know. My boxing proved leaps and bounds occasion, you know. I mean, we spent a lot of time on my stand-up. You know, I've been known as the wrestler, jiu-jitsu guy, ground and pound guy, and I feel really confident my stand-up. And I think you're gonna see this in this fight. Okay.
Yeah, over the last couple of weeks, I got a chance to see Cajun in the gym. I've been going to Raw.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying that.
And yeah, he has a lot of energy. I mean, his hands just flow. He has no problem letting those hands go.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of work with Tony Pep, you know. I may work with Cajun and having him around as an influence, and you know, he's just on the training, the diet, you know, mental game, right? It's the whole package, you know. So it's great having him around too, right?
Well, that's one of the things that I wanted to bring up when I asked you if you had an amateur career. Is that now there's an actual amateur circuit here.
Yeah.
And guys get to go in there, try it out, live it out before they decide to go pro and actually make a living out of it.
You know, Ben, I feel like my career's starting now. Okay, like I learn on the fly, man. You know what I mean? Like. You know, when I came down here in 2007, I had really no experience, you know. I had some fights, some guys liked, you know, I thought it was entertaining, you know, they Revolution, you know, took me in, and I just kind of learned on the go, you know. So I kind of feel like Battlefield is my actual career. Like, you know, I'm going to start, this is my pro career. Let's get it done now, you know, so.
No, I know how you feel. I mean, you started in 06, I'm not mistaken. When did you start?
06, yeah, sorry, 06. 06 came in 07. Yeah.
So you started in 06, but I mean, even in 2006, there wasn't that many shows and gyms as there is now.
No.
So there wasn't really an option for you to go and learn MMA from actual.
If you wanted to fight, you know, if you had a good management, like which I was lucky, I Bill Mahood, who was a very well connected guy in the sport back then. You know, he got me a pro fight instantly. Well, now, you know, if I was to be a trainer, I'd be like, well, we should maybe get some extra fights and, you know, maybe a couple of years, get you a blue belt or something, and then we'll talk about it, right?
Particularly just the evolution of
different times, you know. Now it's just there's shows all the time, cards everywhere, you know, gyms everywhere too. You know, it's like
definitely
like Starbucks.
Exactly. The sport has blew up. There's franchises of gyms and like Couture Gym actually franchising. There's like I don't know how many locations.
Yeah, there's one here too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's ridiculous, right? So
the sport is definitely growing.
I've seen it, like I said, leaps and bounds, man. How it's changed in the last few, you know, especially since I started. And I'm almost like a veteran, you know what I mean? Like I guess you could say.
Well, how old are you?
I just turned 32.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, so like I said, I feel like this is my time. You know, I'm going to really recommit myself, you know. I feel hungry again, you know. I feel like when I first started.
That's really what.
Yeah, man, I'm hungry. You know, I want it. You know, I'm looking for the show, this card, you know, and you know, thanks to Jay too, you know, for putting me on the card and the main card and stuff. Opportunity to show
all right. Skills, I know it's always. I always ask the question. Every time I ask it, I do feel that it's kind of silly to ask somebody how the MMA fight is going to go down because anything can happen.
I agree.
How do you see the fight going down?
Okay, you know, you can only touch gloves, do my thing. You know, I know, you know, he's 6'5", okay, I know I have a history of beating big guys. That's not the tall thing. I want to work on his jab. You know, he's good on his back, but you know, I'm not an easy guy to sub, man. So, you know, I see me kind of dirty boxing against the cage, using my Greco. You know, look for a big takedown, look for me to pass and pound him. You know, out the now, I'll be over fast. But hey, that being said, you know, anything can happen. But that's what I see in my mind.
All right, that's important. You have a game plan, you're focused.
Yeah, but you know, that being said, you know, anything can happen. But I'm ready to go anywhere with the guy. You know, I don't think, you know, he's you know, I know he's a lot younger than me. You know, I don't think he's gonna be able to handle me, but you know, I'm sure he thinks the same thing about it, you know, the other way around.
All right. Well, Ryan, it's really, you know, it's nice for me to see that you're refocused.
Yeah.
That, you know, you're hungry for this, and that you got the opportunity to showcase that.
Yeah,
so we'll be there watching. We'll be there cheering.
Hey, you know, I appreciate it, man. Okay, man.
Thank you for the intro.
All right, guys.
Now, just before we let you go, any sponsors you want to shout out?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Ray Fight Gear, Jason Cully for sure. Pat Nadeau at Gold's Gym. I want to say thank you to Tapo Canada. Thank you. Yeah.
All right.